Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. I've got the train loaded up and we're ready to head out with 10 cars full of logs. It's probably going to be a tough pull. We'll see if the Montezuma will do it. But the plan for today is to get some logs over to the sawmill. So we're going to have to do some train driving. We're going to have to do some track building. And hopefully we can get over to the sawmill. How are we doing on the fire? Got plenty of fire. Hop in here. And I forgot to fire up Railroads Online Extended. But it does work with this version. The map doesn't match up as far as the terrain. But you can see stuff. You can interact with the cranes. I use that to finish loading up the train cars. Give her all the beans. Oh boy. This is where I miss Betsy. Alright, let's do this. Let's back up and get a little bit of a run at it. There is a little bit of an uphill right here. So we'll just back her off a bit. Have a little momentum help us out. All right, Montezuma, are you ready? She says she's ready. Let's do this. Now, this locomotive isn't really made for heavy pulling. It's got these big old drivers on it. It's more for running across the prairie. But it's fun to start out with something different. And we got all this wood on the back, which is nice. I think we could make it. I mean, it did start pulling. So that's a sign that it can indeed make it up this hill. So that's good. It's just not going to be very fast. I made a few I tweaks. So we got a little better level of detail out further. It looks like I had changed my graphics settings, so it overwrote my custom settings I had in the INI. Although it's still drawing the track out kind of weird, but we'll see. Definitely not a speed demon. It'll get better once we get over here. We're pulling around the corner. We still got 3 log cars on the hill there. He's going to start picking up momentum. If you didn't know, when you're in the drive view here, you can push Y. Get rid of that UI. Those epic F12s. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So we're just going to run back over to the station, and then we got some track building to do. But I might start over at the sawmill and work my way back. We'll see. First order of business is to get the train over to the station. That switch should throw because we're running into it. There it goes. Starting to pick up some decent speed now. Top speed I think is like 16, so it's not going to get too far out of hand. It did end up, you can see, getting a reverse loop put in. Took a little finagling. I tried going around this way, but there's just too much of a hill here to get joined back up. So, found something that works. See, I want this track, like, look how close you get before it pops in. It's just, it's kind of silly. I don't know if they changed something in the update. You used to be able to tweak the INI and get that to show a lot further out. I've got the power. Just oh shoot! Not ready to do it. We're gonna go around the loop. I forgot I had the reverse loop over here set up. Stop. Another good thing about Railroads Online Extended is you can throw switches. But I mean, it's ridiculous not to be able to see the ties right there. So I'll do some looking around. Maybe there's new INI settings you can tweak or something. It's just silly. Let those of us with computer power use it. Maybe something that we lost with the switch to Unreal 5. So we'll back up. I'll throw the switch. I got to make sure I throw that switch down there too. Tell you what, let me back up. I'm going to get Railroads Online Extended fired up so I can run faster. And I'll be right back. Eyeball! Alright, we got the Railroads Online Extended fired up. Like, look at the yard tracks here. It's just, come on. I know it's early access, but the LOD on this is so low, it's ridiculous. Like, we have to get here before we even see the ties. Anyway, I got that switch down there thrown. Thanks to the interactive map on Railroads Online Extended. If you're not familiar with those add-ons that are available, check the video description for links. It's all linked down below. So our track ends about there. We're going to run down to there. Then we'll go get some track built over at the Sawmill. Does sound good. Other than a few graphics things, which I've already covered like that. It is a good looking game, and it sounds good too. Alright, let's go ahead and bring her to a stop. Oh, I don't have the faster run speed. Interesting. Pop over here, settings. There, I forget where. Oh, I have to turn it on. Got to turn it on for my player. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, let's pop over to the Sawmill. And we need to get some track laid here in the swamp. Ooh, we're going to get our boots all muddy. Need to get some track laid here in the swamp. So let's go. I like using the bridge as kind of a loading platform. Oh, they actually lined it up with the world. That's nice. I think do this about like that ish. Whoa, look out. Okay, good. That's got the rail there on the side that I wanted, and that should dump off right into the pond. Hopefully it's not too close. It's pretty much lined up. I would love to curve around and get back on land. We have some piers out here. Let's go for a 40 curve minimum. And I don't want to... We need to keep our curves. Curve segments fairly short, or it draws them like weird. I usually do about 40 meters at a time. Can't see. Is that linked up? Yeah. I think I want to come over to do like an 80 over to here. That'll work. Let's do 40 at a time. It doesn't have to be exactly 40. Just makes me happy. Then I guess we'll just keep on the pillars. Let's get an overhead view of this. So we can do this. We can switch to this view, which lets us go up. And they did add, you can actually go... Oh, I thought you could actually go down now. That control made you go down. Maybe not. Okay. Still can't go down. Somebody said you could just fly down, but I don't know how that works. So please let me know. Like, I'm pointed at the ground, but I don't go down. I don't know how to fly down. But anywho, you can do spacebar to go up. Not control, it just makes you crouch in midair. So I kind of want the track to come off of there and then join up over here somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. Then just right click to come back out. Whoa! Boink. Alright, and one come down here. Wrong button. This is lined up as well. And then this one we want to be lined up just with the edge of the angle. Let's go there. Go to about there. And this lets me know kind of where the loading platform is. Oh, it's not putting the rail on. Is it because of the trees? Okay, there's no trees or rocks in the way. There's a rock right there. For you. I think those are just, yeah, those are just rubble. I'm going the wrong direction. There we go. Keep having to mute because of allergies. It's rough. Alright, so we can do this to come back the other way. So come down to about, say, there. Let's just throw a little piece on there. Acknowledge that, and then we can come back this direction. The bridge 2. Link up. Here we go. Now we got our unloading platform. And I think because this is swamp, we're going to stick with the bridge. Do that, and then we're going to bring in our 40 radius here. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably a 60. That's almost too low. Be right in the weeds. How can I raise that up? Can I raise the? I guess I can't really raise the platform. So we're gonna have to raise this up. So yeah, we'll get up out of the weeds like that. How much in the weeds are we here? Not terrible. We need to come up here as well. I'm starting to think I should redo this whole thing with a little bit of an incline. Trial and error, like I always say with this game. That's how I lay track. A little bit of trial and a whole lot of error. Alright, back to this bridge. And we don't need to do... Let's do 1%. 40. Come on. Give me the little, give me a little bit of linky here. Oh, I had it. Magic pixel. There it is. You're being so weird here, game. I don't want it way over there. Yeah. Then we need to come over here and join up with that. Yeah, we can come flat now. Do that at about a 400 radius, I think, ish. And let's see, up with that. Probably end up having to redo that. Let's throw, say, 30 meters on here. The weird part is going to be the switches. All right, and then I want a left hand. Then I don't know how this is going to look. It's also going to be weird because of this part. If I do a 40 around, no, we're going to have to go further out. Okay, well, let's do this then. Let's transition to some dirt. We'll link up. With the turnout. So let's come over another, say, 20 meters. Yeah, I may have backed myself into a corner here. We come off here with some dirt. Okay, now we can get to there. That's doable. That is doable. Alright, so let's make this a 90 to match. I believe the switches are a 90 curve. I wish we had tighter switches. That would be glorious. These are really pretty broad for the narrow gauge stuff that we're doing. Back to a 40, and then let's give about 10 of dirt just to get away from the switch, and we'll go back to the piers. Clicky clicky. There we go. Now we got some clicky clicky. Then let's get rid of... Oh. Polish. There we go. Get rid of that. Give just a little bit of 40 at 1%. So let it transition. And we'll go with this. That's going to be about 40 to join up. That's going to be almost perfect. There we go. And then I'm going to actually get rid of this. I wasn't sure if the bridge would transition okay. It looks like it did. A stupid rock there. Yeah. Bet I can't cut these plants. You see how the rails like got little, I don't know how well it'll show up on YouTube. It's got little straight segments. Because I made that one too long. Redo that. Okay, so back to here. Do that at a 40. Let's just get an idea of what we need to link up here. Come on, come over. This game sometimes. It's going to need to be a little more than 1.5%. So we'll do a 1.5% at 40 meters. So it's not too long. And it's going to be another, yeah, 30-ish to get to there. So now we can do the link up like that, and we should have better curve on our rail. So just not all weird looking straight joints. Okay. Wow. That took a lot of work. Okay, and then we just need to keep curving around, and then we can link up all the other tracks. So let's go back to our bridge. Keep our 40 curve coming through the swamp. Come on, give me a link. There we go. Now let's keep coming over there. We want to curve it over and maybe join up over there. So we'll come in on that side of those trees. We want to hook up to this. Get some elevation, though. Let's do this. Let's switch to dirt. Back down. Let's go straight. There's lots of ways to do this. This is just kind of the way I do things. You might do it different. Okay, then we can transition into a switch here. Dirt will be our transition. And we want a switch to the right. Want to be on that one. Yep. Get rid of some trees. That'll work. About a 10 meter of dirt. Some dirt coming off here, just so the wood pieces don't run together. If that makes sense. Meters coming off there. Go back to bridge. And we're pretty well lined up. So that was a pretty good guess. I'm gonna roll with it. A little bit of a transition into there. We got some trees encroaching on the right of way here. Okay, I think I can live with that. Get the rest of it hooked up. I love the faster sprint. It saves so much time. Alright, let's come off of here and see where we need to end up. We want to be straight. Maybe coming up. Let's do our 2%. At 40, that'll get us roughly where we need to be. Keep double clicking too many times. And then when I transition between grades, I like to keep it a little shorter. 20 meters maybe. And that will transition to straight. And the problem is if you make a big long section going from 2% to 0, it like transitions over the entire length. Which can get a little weird. And we're just going to come out here. Call it 60. See where we're at. Where we're at is in the middle of the forest. There's some trees. It's weird as the saw can be in one tree and it cuts another. So I think what's happening is it's like raycasting to see where it needs to put the saw. But then instead of that intersection for cutting, it's like using one other intersection or something. I don't know. There's something weird going on with the raycast. I assume it's a raycast. That's the common technique. Anywho, do some dirt. This one will be straight, so let's do, you guessed it, 10 meters of dirt. Then let's throw a right-hand switch on there. Zoom. Be on there. That floaty? A little floaty. We can fix that. And we might need to actually come out further. I don't think we're far enough away. In fact, I'm sure we're not. Yeah, we need to be a little further out. Which is fine, because I don't really want to have dirt right here anyway. Because it makes the switch float. So we'll go back to our bridge. And we'll come over here. Let's come over here another, say, 20 meters of bridge. That'll set us up for a good spot for doing our dirt. Back to our dirt 2. Out of 10 meters. And hopefully our switch won't be floating. Right-hand switch. Got a little bit of float still. But nothing that we're gonna not be able to live with. Let's go ahead and do look like if we do a 90 curve. Yeah, I think that'll come out 10 meter 90. Let's transition over to this guy. We'll smooth those two curves. I think that'll work. Kind of want wood beam there though, so let's redo that. Delete that. Should have done that in the bridge. It's what I meant to do. Transition in there. There we go. Okay, now we can come in, drop off logs. We can go in, pick up product. Come back out. It's a lot of track, but I like it. Okay, now we're going to switch back to bridge, and we're going to go straight for about 20 meters. We're going to need to start heading downhill. Because this plane right here drops off. So what we're going to want to do is make this about a, let's call it about a 100 maybe, and we're going to start dropping. Maybe a 200. Maybe a 400. And then, yeah, that's actually going to be plenty of a drop. We even do 0.5%. That way we're not pulling up, great big heavy grades. And we'll come out to around there-ish. Let's do this, though. Let's actually tighten this up. Like an 80. I'm gonna just eyeballing this. Maybe like a 200 back here. And we can go straight. We'll go back to straight, and we can go longer distance. The weird jointed curve effect won't be hurting us. And we'll come down to the prairie and we can start running across with dirt. About 40 meters there-ish. This is going to turn into a long episode. Some of you like the long track laying episodes, so this one's for you. All right, then we'll transition into straighter. Is the freight depot? We go through. We need to go to the right of this hill. Okay, so we're pretty much pointed right where we need to go. That's good news. Keep coming down. That's a pretty gentle grade. Fortunately, we're still a little too tall for the dirt one. Okay, now we should be able to level out. Go straight for a while. No, we still need to... Need to head that way. Back to this guy. Back up to level. Nice broad curve. All right, and back to straight. And then we'll just shoot over and hook up with our track over there. Right through the hill. All right, we'll go straight for, let's call it 60 meters. Need a little bit more of a curve in there. Just get past this hill. We're almost pointed right at that track. Look at that. Look at that. We need to come down a little bit, but I may raise the rest of this. Yeah, let's just shoot over here to like, let's call it 150. I like round numbers. And we can get rid of that rail. And before disaster strikes, hit a save. Then we can just transition to our existing track. Good. We can get to the sawmill. Ta-da! Alright, I see a tree in the way over here. Get rid of you. Get rid of you guys. Of you, and you. And we got a little guy over here. Bit of you and you. Okay, let's head for the sawmill with our set of logs. And that will be it for this video. Mission accomplished. Guessing we're going to need some wood in here. There we go. Alright, water temperature got pretty low while we were doing all that, but we still got a full head of steam. Give her all the beans. I don't think we'll have any trouble getting over there. The slopes are pretty gentle. Question is, do I have the switches lined up? Go over here to my Railroads Online Extended, and we are lined up to go through and drop off the logs. Excellent. Okay, running over to the sawmill. Need to cut that little tree. Not too much in the way, though. Those turned off. So what do you think about starter locomotives? For those of you that are playing the new patch, what did you start with? Did you stick with the old standby at Betsy, or did you try something new? I kind of wanted to do Shay, but it's so slow. I think it's the baby Shay, so it's not even that powerful. I think we're going to run out of steam here. Yeah, we're running out of steam. Gotta let that water temp come up. I'll be right back. Now we got a full head of steam. We're on that slight incline, so... Taking a little bit to get going, but we're chuffing our way up. Make sure we don't have any water in the cylinders. Not that it actually matters in the game, but, you know. We'll pretend. Kind of wish the chuffs would match up, but it gives a nice effect. Like... exhaust, 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 exhaust. And then you got the cylinder on the other side doing that. Slightly out of sync. So. Yeah, I don't think the chuffs are lining up quite right. But it gives a sense of what's going on. Off we go. I feel like whistling. I don't think we have a key yet for the whistle, do we? Should probably check the controls. So while I was waiting for steam pressure build up, I was checking comments on the first video. And somebody made a comment, I forgot to note the name down, about the reverse loops are not interesting to do a turntable and blah, blah, blah. And like I said in the first video, that takes a lot of time. I have very limited game time. I don't want to spend an extra 30 minutes turning a train around. So I prefer reverse loops. If I had a ton of time on my hands, sure, it'd be interesting to you know, have to turn the loco and run around the cars and yada yada yada. But I'm a busy guy. I only have so much time to play games, so the reverse loops are the way to go for me. Yeah, the old Montezuma I think is going to be just fine. Not terribly fast. We're not even up to full speed. But it's handling it okay. We sure wouldn't want like a 2% grade. This is what, 0.5%? And we're just making it up. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. It's the little engine that could. I've got daytime progression turned off, so it's always daytime here on Lake Valley Railroad. But maybe we'll do some night running at some point. We could light the lantern and go for some night runs. The night lighting is really good. Might dress this up a little bit with some groundwork at some point. It is a little bit floaty. Alright, now we're probably going to want to come off the power. Got a little bit of a drop here coming up. So let's go ahead and get some brake action on. Bring her down to about 5 in the speed. Not sure if that's miles per hour or if it's metric. There we go. Just going to ease down in here because it doesn't have the best brakes in the world. Could also use the tender brakes. Whee! It's off. I think we'll just unload as they come past here. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I did hit it. Okay, good. Thought I'd missed it. There we go. We can hear the sawmill going behind us. We got, should be 50 logs in there. Oh, wait, what? 100? Say what now? I'm playing on medium economy. Like the default economy. Is it ×2 by default? Oh, that's right. There's a bug. I forgot. There's a bug right now where it doubles your output. So, oops. So we've got 50 into 100. It doubles for whatever reason. So hey, we made 2 trips over here. Fun, huh? Tie the tender brake on, get stopped. But that'll be it for this video, folks. Thanks as always for watching. And I'll catch you in the next railroad adventure. Take care.